This week on Ravens Report, we're throwing it back to a legendary performance as Tory Smith relives his unforgettable 3-touchdown game against the Rams back in 2011. Plus, we've got a very special birthday message you won't want to miss, and I'll break down my keys to victory as the Ravens look to bounce back before the bye. All that and more starts now on Ravens Report.
Scene we have at M&T.
Welcome to Ravens Report. I'm Shelby Lasso. It's been a busy week at the Castle here in Owings Mills as the Ravens prepare to take on the 3-2 Los Angeles Rams on Sunday. After a surprising 1-4 start to the season, John Harbaugh said earlier this week that the urgency is high and there were a lot of decisions to make. Well, one of those decisions was to trade pass rusher Odafe Oweh, a former first-round pick, to the Los Angeles Chargers for safety Alohi Gilman. Oweh had yet to record a sack on the season, and with the Ravens' pass defense ranked 31st in the league, this was clearly a move to try and shore up the back end. And with Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua coming to town on Sunday, this move couldn't have come at a better time. Unfortunately, the injury list for the Ravens is still long, and they'll likely be without quarterback Lamar Jackson for a second straight game. As the Ravens have been facing the adversity of a slow start to the season, they reflect on how to get over the hump, and they had a very special birthday speaker that broke down the huddle, so let's take a look.
With injuries, guys got to step up, and I think we have the guys to do that, so it's just about taking it one day at a time.
It happens. This is football. This is life.
The past is the past. Obviously, we're going through some adversity right now, but I and this team look at it as an opportunity to come out here, be intentional, and get better every day.
What you're going through is tough, but there is light at the end, and you have to keep moving, and that has shaped me to be the player I am.
For us, it's continue to fight. Everybody here in this organization we're all fighters. We've been through adversity. We know what that looks like, and there's no quit in this group. And I'm excited to show the world that.
It's a fight through all the adversity. It's a fight through the fatigue or disappointment or coming up short. It's the fight to overcome those kind of things and know that you've got to fight your way through that valley to come out the other side. And we're going through it now, but we feel like it's going to make us strong.
What Mark said is true. There's a whole bunch of fighters, a whole bunch of dogs in that room. And truthfully, I know how everyone's going to respond. I know how this team's going to respond.
I think the veterans, we're doing a good job of just keeping everything level and just letting people know, this is a long season.
Like you said, being, one of the more established guys, it's just about being a little extra in communication, making sure with my knowledge and whatnot that I can give it all to the guys out there, communicate a little extra.
I think the leadership aspect has come from the fact that people respect him so much. The players and coaches, they just respect him so much because he comes in and he is Tavius every day. He works as hard as he possibly can. He's got nothing but a positive attitude. And now it's reflected in the result. That is what makes it so great. So it's genuine. If he's going to talk about, hey, this is how I do it or this is how it's done, I think any young player would have to listen to that because look what he's accomplished.
Yeah, I'll say T-Rob because just the way he goes about his day, just the way I see him work, I would say like he does a lot of things right. So my time being here, that's definitely a vet that I can look up to and I can follow behind because he does the right things.
A lot of times age and money doesn't really define being a leader. It's more or less of like your work ethic, and then when you win guys over by your play and handling your business, and guys respect you a lot quicker.
I would not count them out.
You tell me if they come out healthy and play like the Ravens have in previous years, they can't go on a run.
Come on, real close, guys. We'll all take a knee. We always get words of wisdom from OJ. OJ's birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, OJ. Celebrating another trip around the sun. The most courageous man I know. You celebrate a birthday with OJ Brigance, especially understanding the circumstances around where he's at in his life and what it means, is pretty powerful. OJ has just done something that's just remarkable. He talked to the team about adversity, and he talked to the team about the opportunity of adversity and what it gives you a chance to accomplish through that kind of adversity. that you can only do it, with adversity. So with our season where it's at right now and what we have in front of us, it seemed like the perfect message from the perfect messenger.
Good afternoon, mighty men and women. Thank you for honoring me today and for your birthday blessings. For those I haven't had the chance to meet personally, I am O.J. Brigance. I was engrafted into the Ravens family in 2000. I played 12 years professionally. In 2007 I was diagnosed with ALS. Once diagnosed, we are given 2 to 5 years to live. I was 37 at the time. I was told that I wouldn't see my 40th birthday. However, by the grace of God and excellent care from my medical team, wife, Chanda and caregivers like Bill here, I am achieving what many thought impossible. This is year 18 since my ALS diagnosis. This is why each year of life is precious to celebrate, not only for me, but for each of you. And within each year are precious days which, although they might seem the same, are precious gifts of opportunity to make our mark on the world and achieve an incredible destiny laid out in advance for us to obtain. However, on the road to destiny, there are times of testing used to strengthen us, refine us, and prepare us for the destiny ahead. Adversity is never perfectly timed. It's intrusive, disruptive, and like a bad house guest, doesn't know when it has overstayed its welcome. Though unwanted and unwelcomed, it is one of life's essential necessities. George Bush said after the 9/11 attack that adversity introduces us to ourselves. But no, the foundation and tradition we stand on is so much greater than the circumstances in which we find ourselves. Adversity and times of testing demand a response. And I declare to each of you today that there is always purpose wrapped within the pain. Every one of you, whether drafted a Raven, engrafted through free agency, or undrafted, are here for such a time as this. You are here because you possess unique traits which make you the ideal Raven. Resilient, disciplined, instinctive, and one of the best in the world at doing what you do. It will not be easy, nor do we want it that way. We will never allow other people's expectations to define our reality. We are the Baltimore Ravens. We will not hang our heads in the face of adversity, but we will run towards it and embrace it because we were born for this and we are built for this.
O.J. Brigance's story and the way he lives his life are a constant inspiration to this Ravens team. And you can see and feel the impact he makes around this building, so happy birthday, O.J. Coming up on Ravens Report, Tez Walker isn't the only Raven whose first 3 NFL receptions were touchdowns. Stick with us to get the story from the legend himself. Ravens Report is brought to you by MedStar Health, the trusted medical team of the Baltimore Ravens and you. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people. And by M&T Bank, the official bank of the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome back to Ravens Report. As we continue to celebrate 30 seasons of Ravens football in Charm City, we go back to 2011 for a Week 3 matchup with the Rams. You know, this was back when the Rams still played in St. Louis, and a certain Ravens second-round draft pick was playing in his 3rd NFL game. Wide receiver Tory Smith was feeling the pressure after going through his first 2 games without a target, let alone his first NFL catch. But that all changed in 1 quarter in St. Louis. For the rest of the details, we'll turn it over to Tory to tell us how that game unfolded on Untold Stories.
I'm Tory Smith, wide receiver from the Baltimore Ravens from 2011 until 2014, and this is Untold Stories.
3 catches, 3 TDs, Tory Smith.
Having the opportunity to get my first start and have it kind of go with the bang was huge.
Tory Smith, and he's down the sideline. It's gone. Touchdown, Tory Smith.
They go deep for Smith. He's got it for his 3rd touchdown today. This is amazing.
3 catches, 3 TDs. Welcome to the starting lineup, Tory Smith.
Came in during the lockout, so most rookies have the opportunity to learn the playbook, to grow, to develop chemistry, and we didn't have any of that. I still remember coming in, and Coach Jim Hostler, the receivers coach, was like, hey, it's unfortunate, but you have 5 weeks to be ready to play the Steelers. I'm like, dude, I was just sleeping on my then girlfriend, now wife's couch, trying to figure out what life was gonna look like because I got drafted and it's all cool and we don't even have a job. I don't have the playbook. I don't know anything. I don't have any conversations with my coaches, and you're telling me I have to be ready to play the Steelers in 5 weeks. And I think I took all of that and kind of internalized it in a way that messed me up mentally. Like, I was overthinking everything. I created more pressure on myself because you feel like you're the hometown kid, right? I played for the University of Maryland, and a lot of fans of the Ravens were Terps fans. It's like, man, I have to be that guy right away. I have to know everything right away. I have to be perfect right away. So I ended up putting pressure on myself that Ozzie Newsome didn't put on me, John Harbaugh didn't put on me, Jim Hostler, my receiver coach, didn't put on me. Like, I kind of put it on myself. And so because of that, camp started really slow. And then we had our first game of the season versus Steelers, and I played, but I didn't get the ball thrown to me. I think Joe might have thrown the ball away in my direction, but I didn't get the ball thrown to me. Then we play in Tennessee, the second game. I'm rotating in as the third receiver as well, and I didn't get the ball thrown to me. And Lee Evans got hurt in the first half, so I played the entire second half. And you come into week 3, and now it's like, hey, dude, training wheels are off. He's like, you got to be ready to play. We're going to try to ease you into the game. They want to continue to build my confidence, and I'll never forget it. I knew I had a hitch route, and my receiver coach said, hey, you have a hitch, which is a 6-yard kind of stop route. And he was like, but obviously if they press you, you know it's going to turn into a go ball. We're going to call this the first play of offense. So we're going to get you a catch early, get you going so you can settle in. And I'm like, all right, cool. I was looking forward to it, even though we're running the first play of practice consistently just to get that mental rep in. I remember breaking the huddle, jogging out, and I see him walking up the press. And I'm like, oh, here we go. All right, here we go.
Flacco going deep, far sideline. He's got Tory Smith, and he's down the sideline. Hits the accelerator, and he's gone. Touchdown, Tory Smith, 74 yards on the rookie's first NFL reception.
I was able to beat him off the line, and I knew real quick that, if I get even, it's kind of tough for 99% of corners. And I got to by him, and I realized I had the space, and I was like, no, it's going to be a touchdown. And I was just yelling, running into the end zone because, it was like so much like built up energy and visualizing all week, like, hey, this is how it's going to play out.
How about that? How about that? It was like a blur, bro. It happened so fast. You heard me the time? I saw press. I'm like, man, Joe go come to me.
And for it to happen that way, it was awesome. And then ended up happening again and again.
Again, they go deep for Smith. He's got it! Another touchdown strike.
Hey, that's what you do. You got me proud of you. Flacco throws. Lost it to the end zone, looking for Smith. He's got it! His third touchdown of the afternoon. 3 catches, 3 TDs. Welcome to the starting lineup, Tory Smith.
Big day for you, baby. Keep eating, baby, keep eating. You showing everybody that they can't play against speed.
You talk about a young guy that needed confidence, and that really let me know right then and there. I'm like, hey, I belong in this league. So I never really doubted myself from there on out, really through the rest of my career, because I could always point back to that moment, no matter how tough of a stretch it may have been at any given point. It was like, hey, that's who I am, that's what I'm capable of, and that moment was huge for me.
After that game in St. Louis, the floodgates opened for Tory. He finished his rookie season with 50 receptions for almost 850 yards, while adding 4 more touchdown catches that year. It just makes me wonder what could happen this Sunday against the Rams. I know I'd love to see this talented group of Ravens wide receivers break out with a big game like Tory did back in 2011. Coming up on Ravens Report, it's Crucial Catch Week in Baltimore, and the Ravens honor some very special women. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Ravens Report. To help celebrate the NFL's Crucial Catch Initiative, the Baltimore Ravens teamed up with the American Cancer Society, MedStar Health, and the Susan G. Komen Foundation to provide 35 cancer patients with custom-fitted wigs and a surprise afternoon visit to M&T Bank Stadium. Patients had the chance to have their makeup done, get a massage, build flower bouquets, and be fitted for a brand new custom wig provided by Nate Wiggins and his Wigs Worldwide Foundation. Tavius Robinson and Jair Alexander joined the party to celebrate these strong women, so let's revisit that special day at M&T Bank Stadium.
We are here at M&T Bank Stadium in our home locker room for our 4th annual Crucial Catch Day.
Yeah, no, for sure. I didn't mean to interrupt your massage.
Hey, it was worth it.
This event is extremely important to let our survivors and our patients know that we are here for them. Get a massage, get your makeup done, get fit for a custom wig, get a permanent bracelet, have some food and drinks, make a trading card, interact with some of our players. It's very important for us to know that we are here and showing up in our community for events like this.
I think it's just so important because, these people are so strong and, they support us every Sunday. So for us to come out here and be able to, again, hear their stories and just mingle with them and talk with them is great.
Love you. I love you. Yeah. Love you guys.
That'll be a good one right there.
Oh my God. To see the joy on these ladies' faces is beyond. It's such a hard road for a lot of them to go on. I'm so grateful that I had good physicians and a lot of prayers and friends surrounding me.
Get the good side now.
Nate built his foundation on giving back. His thing is Wigs Worldwide, so we want to make it worldwide. Some families, have a hard time when their family goes through breast cancer, but when you see them come out and see they have a smile on their face and, just so happy, it just opened up my heart and put a smile on my face as well.
It's very inspiring to me to continue with the cause, and it motivates me to continue to spread the word as well. Yes, to just do better and to help more people and help more women and their families and our daughters and their daughters' daughters. It's been very special.
That is
We know that events like this are important, especially with the players. We know that they also have important connections to cancer in some type of way and to the Crucial Catch Initiative as a whole. So being out, making sure that we are providing experiences like these to be able to connect our staff, connect our community, connect these survivors, and connect our players as a whole is extremely important for us.
They lifted my spirits today, just coming in here and being able to talk with them. So it feels great. They always support us, so it's important for us to do the same.
Coming up on Ravens Report, the Ravens have one more shot to grab a win before the bye week. We'll break down what it'll take to knock off the 3-2 Rams, including how to slow down one of the league's hottest receivers and why winning on first down could be the key to everything. My keys to the game are next. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Ravens Report. It's the final game before the bye for the 1-4 Ravens, and it's a big one. At home against the 3-2 LA Rams. The Ravens are looking to get back in the win column before taking a much-needed break, while the Rams come in rested after their Thursday night game in Week 5. Now, Baltimore has been banged up the last few weeks, and it's looking like Lamar Jackson will miss his second straight game with that hamstring injury. So once again, it's going to take a complete team effort to get the win before the bye. The good news, the Ravens have handled NFC West opponents in recent years. They're 8-1 in their last 9 matchups, so to make it 9 of 10, here are my keys to the game. First things first, if there's one player that can take over the game for the Rams, it's wide receiver Puka Nacua. Through 5 weeks, he's looked every bit like the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year. He leads the league in receptions with 52, that's 9 more than any other player. He also leads the NFL in receiving yards and has over 30 first downs through 5 games. Simply put, he's been uncoverable at times. Now, the Ravens defense has had some issues giving up too many completions completions and not reading fast enough in coverage, both in zone and man. So this week, it's all about closing those windows quicker, getting hands in throwing lanes, and tackling immediately after the catch. If the Ravens can limit Nakua's explosive plays and make him earn every yard, it gives them a real shot to control the game. Now, Rams QB Matthew Stafford is playing some of the best football of his career at 37 years old. He leads the NFL in passing yards, passing first downs, and 300-yard games. Oh, and he's second in both completions and touchdowns. Over his last 2 games, Stafford has thrown 6 touchdowns without a single interception. So the Ravens defense needs to disrupt that rhythm, and it starts with winning on first down. Opponents are finding too much success early in drives. When teams pass on first down, the Ravens aren't generating enough pressure. When they run, they're consistently moving the chains. Right now, Baltimore ranks last in the league in opponent first downs per game, allowing nearly 24 a contest, and that can't continue to happen. History shows if you make Stafford uncomfortable, he'll give you opportunities. So the Ravens pass rush needs to get home early and often to force those mistakes. For the offense, this one's simple. The Ravens need to control the clock. Through 5 games, Baltimore ranks 31st in the NFL in time of possession, averaging under 26 minutes a game. Compare that to last season when they were ranked in the top 10. Sustaining drives, no matter who is under center, is critical, especially against a Rams offense that can put up points in bunches. The more the Ravens offense can stay on the field, the more rest their defense gets, and the more they keep Stafford and Nakua watching from the sideline. Now, I believe winning on third down is going to be the key to that. The Ravens offense needs to find ways to convert and stay ahead of the sticks. Long, sustained drives could be the difference between going into the bye 1-5 or turning the page at 2-4 with some real momentum. Listen, I know the Ravens are fighting through injuries and adversity, but this team has shown it can respond when it's backed into a corner. With the bye week ahead, this is a chance to reset the season, and it starts by protecting home turf against the Rams. That's it for this edition of Ravens Report. We'll see you back here next week.